Welcome to Area DMG.
Welcome back to Area DMG. I'm your host, Philip Wesley, the Mile High Mouth, and today we're going a little bit old school with this. And why are we going a little bit old school? Because we're talking about something kind of old school. We're talking about, well, actually this is kind of really new school. I mean, it's compatible with Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. It is the PDP Wired Fight Pad Pro that is inspired by The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and Nintendo's own GameCube controller. Nintendo GameCube inspired controller with detachable stick design. Yay! Anyways, this one is a wired controller. We actually had a little issue with the video earlier, so I'd unboxed it earlier and taken it out, and I got to test it a little bit too. A couple things I want to know about this. One, it contains no motion control, no rumble, and no NFC. So, in a way, it's kind of functionally similar to other GameCube controllers, or rather, other Nintendo Switch controllers. It's not really going to be a wired replacement for the Pro controller, which, for some bizarre reason, is on right now. I'll turn that off. There we go. It's off. Anyways, this is the Pro controller. Pretty great little thing. Has NFC, rumble, HD rumble, motion control, etc. Of course, this is intended to look a little bit like an older GameCube controller. This is a GameCube controller. You can use it with the GameCube adapter. It has your LR, then a Z button, which is technically like ZR. And then, of course, this D-pad, select, start, etc. Not too bad, just very limited. These don't click. And generally an okay controller if you're using it for Super Smash Bros., which they actually recommend this one for Super Smash Bros. We're going to leave this GameCube controller out because there's a couple differences I want to talk about. And this is kind of similar to, say, like maybe this Fight Pad, but the Fight Pad for Pokken Tournament doesn't contain a stick or anything of that sort. Anywho, let's move that over there. We're not going to compare it to a Xbox One controller with the Brook adapter, which is something we'll do at some point. I just wanted to show this one off because this is what it kind of reminds me of, with its blue and black design. Pretty slick. Anywho, let's go ahead and open this up. This is the front part. It looks beautiful, to be honest. Look at that. Sleek. And we've actually messed around with it a little bit. I have some thoughts about this controller. Here's the extra nub. And let's pop this out over here. Yeah, we almost threw that away. But yeah, here's the little stand that's in. Let's do this and pull this cord through. Yay. Doot. So yeah, this doesn't use motion control whatsoever, so it's kind of useless in Splatoon 2 if you're using if you use gyro to aim all the time, or in other games where you can use gyro to aim. It's not really that recommended. I mean, you can use the right stick to aim and all that, and it's fine. By the way, these are clicky. These are not analog, so they're different from these. Of course, the Switch doesn't actually count the analog, so not to worry there. This is actually kind of comfy. They click. These work. This lights up for some reason. It lights up and it doesn't turn off. This is the back part of it. This is the back part of this one. Oh, by the way, this controller has an extremely long cable. This cable that comes on this controller is longer than the cable on Pokken Tournament, and of course longer than the GameCube controller. Here's the instruction manual. Yay! A little bit about it. Oh, let me go ahead and show you how to replace the stick here. You just literally just pull it off. See? And oh, by the way, you can pull this one off too. So you can have this with two normal size little sticks, or you can be kind of a weirdo. And oh, by the way, there's a little groove here, and then a groove inside here, and you gotta line that up with it. You just line it up. Yeah, let's line that up, and then click it down. Why am I doing that? I wanted to see if I could. Yep. And then of course you can pop that onto, there we go, onto that one. Yay! That is a thing that you can do. And okay, so those are fixed. For fighting games, it has that nice octagonal gate. This has fairly decent travel on it. These are relatively clicky. This does nothing but be raised. This works, and it's always lighting up for some reason, which is weird. And then this works, of course. These are pretty clicky. Overall, let's see, no rumble. No analog triggers. Of course, none of them do these days, sadly. No NFC, and no motion controls. Other than that, pretty decent little third-party controller. It's pretty cheap, and it looks nice. Let's compare the blue. See, that's a nice kind of blue. It also feels a little kind of grippy, similar to the plastic on the Xbox One controller. Not grippy rubbery like the Pro controller, or even this interesting plastic that's on the GameCube controllers. No, it's a slightly lighter plastic. Also, by the way, it's actually slightly larger than the GameCube controller. I mean, GameCube controller's in a little bit more, it just fits like butter. Whereas this, as you can see, there's some rather big differences. This is a larger controller. It's not an exact replica, but it looks inspired by it. If you're looking for a cheap controller, this is worth checking out, especially if you can get it in this color. I'm wondering if they'll put out other inspired ones. I'd like to see one inspired by Metroid, or one inspired by Pokemon or Mario. But oh, it looks nice. So yes, it's a nice little controller, decent little third-party idea for that. And yes, there you go. That is the PDP Wired FightPad Pro. Hit that thumbs up if you haven't already. Hit that share button if you haven't already. Hit that subscribe button and that like button. Hit the comments below if you think this is a decent controller. And let me know. Yes, hit that thing, ring that little bell so that you're notified whenever we have a brand new video here on Area DMG. And until the next video comes out, you are now caught up. Morning, Maya. This is the glowing that happens in here. It doesn't stop glowing. That's an interesting feature. Just, it could be kind of annoying a little bit later on. But yeah, that is it glowing. Interesting. Just thought I'd show it to you.